Namaskar. We welcome to you all once again CYP Yoga Sadhana program. Today is the last session of CYP Yoga Sadhana. Till this last 24 days we have taught you, we have introduced you Yoga Appreciation Program, Yoga Introduction Program, and now we are going to finish Yoga Sadhana program. And after that, last stage of this CYP Yoga Volunteer Training course is the CYP Self Practice for next 2 days. So what will you do in this? I'll let you know in the last of the today session. But now we are going to start CYP Yoga Sadhana program practical session. So get ready for starting the session. Sit comfortably in any meditative posture. Sukhasana, Ardha Padmasana, Padmasana or Vajrasana. Adopt Gyan Mudra of both hands. Join the tip of the thumb and index finger. Remaining 3 fingers should be loose together. And stretch your back, check your body alignment. Don't leaning forward, don't leaning backward. Back should be in center and stretched up. Now, close your eyes gently. With closed eyes, observe your body. From the center of the head, draw an imaginary triangle to the center of the palms. Once again, check your back. Feel the touch of your legs with the ground. After observing your body, just feel the flow of breath. And now slowly join your palms for prayer. We will chant one time Omkar and prayer mantra. So, inhale deeply. Sehna Bhavatu Sehna Bhunaktu Sahaviryam Karvavahi Tejasvina Vadhitamastu Ma Vidvishavahi. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Now slowly place your palms on your eyes and bring your arms back. Open your eyes there. Once again, I welcome you all. So get ready for the practice. Stand at your place for loosening practices. We will start with the loosening practices. These loosening practices help to increase blood circulation in the body. Now, first of all, stand erect with a few inches apart, 2 to 4 inches apart. Hands by the side of the body. Neck should be in center. Now close your eyes. Feel the entire weight of the body on the feet. This is Samasthiti. Now, from this position, we are going to start the loosening practices. First, loosening practice is a neck movement. In this neck movement, we will do the 4 movements: neck forward, backward, neck sideward, neck side bending, side lateral twisting and rotation. So, get ready. Now, place your hands on your waist, open your eyes for forward and backward bending of neck. Exhale, slowly move your head forward and try to touch the chest to the chin. Feel the stretch back side of the neck region. With inhalation, take your head back. This time feel the stretch front side of the neck region. Once again, repeat this practice. Exhale, take your head forward. If you have cervical spondylitis problem, so please avoid forward bending of the neck. Inhale, raise your neck backward. Exhale, bring your head back to the center. Now, we will do the side lateral of the neck bending. Exhale, bend your head right side. Try to touch your ear to the right shoulder. Inhale, come to the center. Now, exhale, bend your head left side. With inhalation, bring your head back to the center. Now, exhale, move your head right side once again. Feel the stretch on the opposite side of the neck region. Inhale, bring your head backward. Exhale, left side. And now, with inhalation, slowly come back. After these 2 neck movements, we will move towards the 3rd movement of the neck, right and left side neck twisting. Exhale, twist your neck right side so that your chin may come to the line of the shoulder. Inhale, come to the center. Exhale, left side. As much as possible for you. Inhale, come to the center. Exhale, twist once again right side maximum. Inhale, slowly come to the center. Exhale, left side. Turn your head left side, looking sideways. Inhale, bring your head back to the normal position. Now, last neck movement, neck rotation. Once again, I tell you, if you have cervical spondylitis, please avoid this practice, and dizziness, so please avoid this. Exhale, bring the chin towards the chest. Inhale and slowly rotate the head clockwise. Exhale, complete the circle, bring your head down. Repeat this practice in anti-clockwise direction. Inhale, take your head back with open eyes. Exhale, bring your head down. This is 1 round. Repeat 1 more round with open eyes. Inhale, exhale, repeat. Inhale in reverse manner, exhale. Now, inhale, come to your head, bring your head center. Now, bring your arms back to the starting position. Feel the impact of the neck movement, close your eyes. After these 4 practices of neck, we will move towards the next practice, that is shoulder movement. Once again, open your eyes, get ready for the shoulder movement. Inhale, raise both the arms sideways above your head and the palms facing upward. Stretch yourself, very good. Exhale, bring your head down from the sides. We will repeat this practice 2 more times. Inhale, stretch your arms. With inhalation, stretch your arms. With exhalation, bring your arms down. Once again, inhale, exhale, and now we will move the next shoulder movement, that is shoulder rotation. Inhale, raise your arms sideways up to the shoulder level, turn your palms upward, bend your elbows, and now place your respective fingers on the respective shoulders. Join your elbows, Now inhale, rotate your shoulders in a clockwise direction, raise your elbows up, exhale, once again bring your hands forward, repeat this practice. Last time, inhale, up, exhale, bring both the elbows together in front of the chest. Now do the same in a reverse manner, inhale, upward, exhale, downward, exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale. Bring both the elbows together in front of the chest. Now spread the elbows in the sideways and then stretch out the arms to the sides. Turn the palms downward, bring your arms down and relax. Close your eyes, connect with your shoulders and try to get the information from inside. What is the impact of this two movement on your shoulders? Now, after the shoulder movement, we will move towards the trunk movement. Spread your legs 1 to 1.5 feet, more than it, forward and backward bending. Yes. Now inhale, raise your arms from the front upward and go backward with open eyes according to your capacity. Exhale, bend forward from the straightened back. With straightened back, bring your palms between your feet. Inhale, raise your arms once again, stretch up your body, go backward. Exhale, bend forward. Very good. Now come to the center with inhalation, stretch your arms upward. First of all, stretch up, bring your arms down by the sides and relax yourself. Close your legs. Yes. Now get ready for the trunk twisting. We hope you are doing with us. So get ready. Keep your legs shoulder length apart. Inhale, raise both the arms to the front up to the shoulder level, keeping the arms parallel and palms facing each other. With exhalation, rotate the trunk to the right side so that the left palm comes to the close to the right shoulder. Inhale, come to the center. Exhale, twist left side, maximum. Inhale, come to the center. Exhale, right side. If you are twisting right side, your right hand should be straight and left hand will be bent, elbows at shoulder level. Inhale, come to the center. Exhale, left side. Inhale, come to the center and bring your arms down. Once again, connect with yourself, feel the impact of these two movement of the trunk. Now moving on to the knee movement. Open your eyes once again, spread your legs up to the shoulder level. Inhale, lift your arms up to the shoulder level from the front. Exhale, bend the knees and come to the half squatting position. If you have osteoarthritis knee, please avoid this practice. Inhale, come to the starting position. Once again, exhale, bend the knees and come to the half squatting position so that the thighs can be parallel to the ground. Inhale, come up. Exhale, go down. Last time, your knees should not cross your toes. Inhale, come up. Bring your arms down and relax. This is knee movement. So feel the impact of knee movement. After finishing the loosening practice of each and every joint, you have to try to connect, you have to focus on that joint. What is happening there? What is the impact? What is the sensation of that joint after the practice? Is it light? Is it tight? Is it relaxed? Is it feeling warm or cold? So this was the sensations of that area, particular area which you have done by active by the practice. Now we will move towards the Yogasana. Slowly turn your side, Open your eyes. Now we begin with Yogasana practice. Today, in the last day of the Yoga Sadhana program, we will do all the practices of Yogasanas, standing, sitting, supine, prone, what they have in the CYP program. But we will do all the practice with the one simplified version which we have taught in the last days. We will do first one simplified version and then final version of the CYP protocol Yogasanas program, Yogasanas. So, adopt your practice which you are comfortable. You can do the simplified version or you can do the final version. So, get ready for Tadasana simplified version. Stand with your feet 2 inches apart. Join your palms in front of the chest. Now, interlock your fingers and place your interlocked finger on your head. Yes. Align your body. Now, turn the palms outward with exhalation and inhale, raise the hands upward over the head and stretch out. Align your body. Yes. This is the simplified version. First you have to interlock, you can join your palms, then interlock, placing on your head, then stretch up, turn the palm. You can align the body. There is no need to raise your heels off the floor. If you have the knee pain, if you have a legs pain, so you can do this posture like this. Bring your arms down from the sides. Now, we will do the final version of the Tadasana. Inhale, raise your arms from the front, interlock your fingers, exhale, turn your palms. Inhale, once again stretch up, stretch your arms up, align your body, relax your thoracic, back should be straight. Now, focus at one point and slowly raise your heels off the floor. Balance on the toes, give pressure on the big toe especially. Don't lift your big toe. Very good. Slowly bring your heels down. Bring your arms down by the sides, unlock your interlocked fingers, stretch up and relax. Close your eyes. Tadasana provides balance and firmness to the body and alignment. It helps to correct the alignment of the body. Now, we will move towards the Vriksha Asana. First, we will do the simplified version. Turn your side please. Now, get ready for simplified version. Bend your right leg little bit and place your right foot near the shin of the left leg. Join your palms in front of the chest and make balance here. Don't try to take your right leg and tighten your leg, and if you are not able to balance in the final posture, you can do this variation. Now, slowly bring your arms down and right foot down. Repeat this practice on the other side. And your left leg, place your left foot near the shin region of the right leg and join your palms in front of the chest. Align your body, knee little bit sideways. Yes. Be there. In every posture, maintain the posture with normal breathing. Now, bring your left foot back and the arms back. This was the easiest or simplified version of the Vriksha Asana. Now, we are going to do the final version. Focus on a point. Exhale, move the right leg up and try to place the foot on the inner side of the left thigh with the heel placed as close as the perineum. Inhale, raise the arms up to the shoulder level from the sides, turn your palms and join your palms. Balance, find your balance. Now, bring your arms down, right leg back. Very good. We will do on the other side. Repeat this practice on the other side. Take your hands up come in the final variation. This asana helps in neuromuscular coordination, toes pointing downward, pressure on the right big toe, focus on a point. Slowly bring your arms down from the sides and bring your left leg back. Very good. You can do this practice on the regular basis and increase the stability time. Or if you are not able to do the Vrikshasana in the final pose, if you find to balance in the final version, so you can do the simplified version. Now we will move towards the Padhastasana. Turn your side, ma'am, once again. Thank you. People having severe low back pain, please do this practice with care or shall avoid this practice. First we will do the simplified version. Keep your feet comfortably apart. Yes. Inhale and raise the arms up, stretch up from the waist. Exhale, slowly bend forward with straight back. Yes. Keep your palms on the ground, slightly forward and bend your knees. Yes. Slightly bend your knees more. Head down. You can do this simplified version of the Padhastasana. If you are not able to touch the floor, if don't make hunch, your back should be straightened. Some people do this practice, they are trying in the final version and they are making hunch, they are trying to touch the head on the knees. No, it is not the right way. You can do this, you can get the benefit of the Padhastasana in this version, but do not do the wrong practice. Inhale, slowly come up. You can see the ears and the biceps is together. Now bring your arms down, adjust yourself. Now we will do the final version of the Padhastasana. Get ready. Keep your feet 4 inches apart. Inhale and raise the arms up. Exhale, bend forward. With control, with alignment. Keep your palms beside your feet. Legs are perpendicular to the ground. And maintain the final posture with normal breathing. Take your head downward. Transfer the body weight towards the toes. You can see from the hip to the heel is it in a straight line. So, if you are able to do the final version like this or more than this, you can do. But if you are not able to do, you can do the simplified version, but do not make hunch, do not do the wrong practice. And if you do the wrong practice, you will get some negative impact of the practice and you will blame the practice of the yoga. So, if you do not want to, you blame on yoga practices. So, inhale, bring your arms up and come to the starting position. Exhale, bring your arms down and relax. Feel the impact of the Padhastasana. Feel the flow of breath. Feel in your spinal region. Now, we will do the Ardha Chakrasana first. As per the previous postures, like we are going to do simplified in the final. So, in this posture we will do again. Spread your legs few inches apart. Yes, get ready for the simplified version of the Ardha Chakrasana. Inhale, place your palms on your back or inhale, hold your waist. Yes. Exhale, close your elbows. Yes. Inhale, raise your head back. Exhale, move your trunk backward according to your capacity, according to your flexibility level with open eyes. You can do this posture or you can spread your legs more if you are not comfortable in this. So, you can do Ardha Chakrasana like this. People having giddiness, neck pain and shoulder pain may practice with care. Inhale, slowly come up, bring your arms down and get ready for the final version, final practice of the Ardha Chakrasana. Close your legs, only yes. Now get ready. you have to stand with the 2 to 3 inches apart. Place your hand at the back of your waist. Keep your elbows parallel to each other. Inhale, move the head backward. Exhale, move and bend more down with the trunk. Yes, elbows should be parallel, breath should be normal. Maintain the posture with open eyes. Don't bend your knees, don't tighten your shoulders. We have discussed the focus points of the every posture. Remember those focus points. With inhalation, slowly come up. Very good. Bring your arms down. This asana improves the lungs capacity. Yes. Now, we will move towards the next posture, Trikonasana. So, once again turn your side please. People having low back pain, neck pain and stiffness shall practice with care. You can do the simplified version of the Trikonasana. We will do the one new simplified version, or you have done it maybe. Open your legs, spread your legs 2 to 3 feet apart. Yes. Raise your arms by the sides up to the shoulder level. Yes. Turn your right foot towards the right side. Bend your right knee slightly. Place your right hand on the right knee. Yes. And bend with exhalation towards the right side. You can do this practice along with us. You can do the simplified version of the Trikonasana if you are finding difficulty to do the final version of the Trikonasana. Inhale, slowly come to the center, bring your arms in a line, straighten your right knee, bring your right foot back. Now turn your left foot, repeat this practice on the left side, bend your left knee slightly, place the left hand on the left knee, exhale, bend towards the left side. Make sure even doing the simplified version you are doing work continuously on the alignment of the body. You are not holding the breath. Feel the stretch of the right side. Now inhale, come to the center. Yes. Straighten your knees, bring your left foot back and bring your arms down. Close your legs. Yes. Now after the simplified version, get ready for Trikonasana, or otherwise you can repeat the simplified version with, yes. Spread your legs once again 2 to 3 feet apart. Yes. Inhale, raise your arms up to the sideways. Turn your palms outward. Turn your right foot back. Turn your right foot right side. Exhale, bend right side and try to place the right hand behind the right leg on the floor. If you are not able to touch the floor, you can hold the ankle region or you can place behind the right leg. Now turn your head, gaze at the left hand, fingers of the left hand, middle finger, align your body, center. You can see how beautifully they are doing. Now inhale, bring the head back and come back to the center. Yes, right foot back. Repeat this practice on the other side. Exhale, start bending left side and come to the final posture. This asana strengthens the muscles of waist, thighs and shoulder. Align your body. Breathe normal. Don't tighten your body. Inhale, come to the center. Yes. Bring your left foot back. Bring your arms down and close your legs together. Yes. Feel the impact. Yes. Observe the changes after the standing series posture. The last 30 minutes we have done the Sukshma Kriyas. Yeah, it means loosening practices. we have done the 5 yogasanas of the CYP program with simplified version. If you are doing with us, you can feel the impact. Now, we are going to do the sitting postures. So, please sit at your place. Come to the Vishramasana first. Yes. In the sitting series, we will do once again like the first simplified, then the final version. Yes. First posture of the sitting series is Bhadrasana. Get ready. Join your legs. Come to the Dandasana. Place your palms beside the hip region and align your back. This is Dandasana. Now, with the help of hands, please take the pillow or just blanket. Yes. Yes. You can use these 2 pillows for simplified version. Yes. Now, bend your knees and put the soles of your feet together. Exhale, hold your toes, pull your heels towards your body. Keep your spine erect and close your eyes. Place the pillows under the thighs. You can do the Bhadrasana like this. And if you find align your body, if you feel your back is going to be hunched, so you can place one blanket or towel under the buttocks and you can use the pillows. We have shown already the simplified version, placing the blanket or the towel below the buttocks, but you can use the pillow like this also. Bhadrasana keeps the abdominal muscles healthy. Now, slowly come back to the starting position. Yes. Now, get ready for the final version, final practice of the Bhadrasana. Once again, bend your knees, put the soles of your feet together. Exhale, hold your toes, grasp it, pull the heels towards the body as much as possible. If you have the osteoarthritis knee, don't make it too much closer, do as much as your body allows. Now, push your knees downward, stretch your back and align your body, close your eyes. This is the final Bhadrasana. Be there. Maintain the posture with normal breathing. Try to connect with yourself. It helps to opening the pelvic joint. Now, slowly come back to the starting position. It means Dandasana and then Vishramasana. From here, we will move towards the Vajrasana. Join your legs, fold your right leg and place the right foot under the right buttock. Similarly, folding the left leg. Yes. Now, for the simplified version, if you find the difficulty to sit like this, use the blanket or towel under the knees or under the hips. You can sit like this. Yes. Place your hands on the respective knees. Close your eyes. If you have the problem of osteoarthritis knee or any injury of the ankle region, please avoid this practice. Now, we will move toward the final version. Please take out your blanket region from under the hips. Yes. Come to the final practice. Place both the feet in a such way so that the big toes touch each other. Position of the buttocks is in the space between the heels and the feet. Keep your hands on the respective knees. Close your eyes or gaze in front, whichever is comfortable for you. Maintain the final posture. This asana is good for digestion and strengthen the leg nerves. From Vajrasana, we will do the practice of Ardha Ushtrasana. Open your eyes, inhale, come up to the kneeling position. For simplified version of the Ardha Ushtrasana, actually Ardha Ushtrasana is already the simplified version of the Ushtrasana, simplest form. But in this, for this practice, you can spread your knees, spread your legs, and you can do this practice then easily. So, place your hands on the buttocks with the fingers pointing downwards, elbows close to the body, keep the arms parallel to each other. Inhale, bend the head back, stretch the neck, exhale, bend backward, feel the opening of the thoracic region and maintain the posture with normal breathing. Yes, with inhalation slowly come up. Yes, now come to the Vajrasana. In final practice of the Ardha Ushtrasana, we will not going to open the legs, we are going to find the balance, we are going to backward bending. If you find the difficulty, you can open, spread your legs 1 or 2 fingers apart. So, once again come up to the kneeling position with inhalation, place the hands on the buttocks with the fingers pointing downward, keep the arms parallel to each other. Inhale, bend the head back, stretch the neck, exhale, bend backward and maintain the final position. Very good. Maintain this. Get the firm grip on the shin, on the back side of the feet, and do not give too much pressure on the knees. So, this was the focus points. Slowly come back. Now, return with inhalation and sit in Vajrasana. It helps to relieve lower back pain. Yes, we will do Ushtrasana. So, get ready for Ushtrasana. Inhale, come up to the kneeling position once again. Spread your legs, spread your knees. We have done it Ardha Ushtrasana, which was the simplified version of the Ushtrasana, but you can do, if you are not able to touch the heels and placing the palms on the respective foot in the final version of the Ushtrasana, you can stand your toes like this. Yes. So, kneeling up position, stand your toes. This is the simplified also of the Ushtrasana. Once inhale, raise your head up, stretch your head, take your head back. Yes. With exhalation, try to hold the heels, push your hip forward, expand your thoracic region. Yes. You can do like this, but remember this, if you have a knee pain, avoid this practice. Slowly come up, come to the starting position, turn your toes outward, sit in Vajrasana. In every posture, remember this, you are not going to hold the breath. In every posture, remember this, you are not going to do beyond your capacity. So, options are available, you can do the simplified or you can do the final practice, but simplified till then, if you are practiced regularly, then you are able to perform the final version. And before 21st June, you do the practice regularly, and I am damn sure all you can do the final practice of the CYP program on the International Day of Yoga of this year. So, get ready for the final practice of the Ushtrasana. Inhale, come up to the kneeling position, spread your knees and legs little bit apart, toes pointing outward. Inhale, bend backward, extending the neck, extend the hands backward with exhalation and downward, place them on the respective heels or soles of the feet. Weight of the body should be evenly supported by the arms and the legs. Do not transfer the weight only on the legs or on the hands. You can see the alignment. Feel the inhalation and exhalation, expansion and relaxation. Inhale, lift the neck up, come back to the kneeling position slowly, do not jerk your body. Exhale, come back to the Vajrasana. relax. This asana strengthens the spine and back muscles, improves eyesight also. Now, we will do the Shashakasana. For simplified version of the Shashakasana, please take the pillow from the side. You can use the pillow or some blanket under the ankle if you are feeling pain in the ankle region. Yes. Yes. Spread your knees. Place the pillow between your legs. Exhale, stretch the back forward, bend forward and rest the body over the cushion or the pillow. Elbows are resting on the ground. You can do like this, but remember this, you are not going to raise the buttocks. You are not holding the breath, you are not tightening the shoulder, you are just relaxing here. Shashakasana helps to reduce stress and anxiety. Inhale, slowly come up. Now, please remove the pillow and the blanket. Yes, get ready for the final version. First of all, sit in Vajrasana. Yes, with the help of hands, fingers, spread your knees. Place your palms between your knees. Without raising the buttocks, exhale and stretch your arms forward. Arms should be parallel. Now try to touch the chin, the chest on the ground. Don't hold the breath. Yes. Be there. Maintain the posture with normal breathing. Palms are relaxing. Hands, arms are relaxing. Relax yourself. If you are feeling any pain in your knees, avoid. You can adjust yourself, but make sure you are not giving the jerk in the final version to adjust. You can adjust, you can do small adjustment. Now slowly come back to the starting position, it means Vajrasana. Yes, join your legs. Yes, join your knees. Good. Feel the impact of the Shashakasana on your breathing, on your body. Now, next practice is Uttan Mandukasana. People with severe low back pain, knee pain and stiffness of the knees and back shall practice with care. You can do this posture, that is Uttan Mandukasana, upstretch frog, in the sitting pose of Sukhasana. You can do on the chair also if you have the knee pain. So, avoid this practice in Vajrasana. Now, we are going to do, if you have the frozen shoulder, what you can do, spread your knees or turn the side if you are thinking to show the demo, this side. Yes. Spread your knees. Yes. Join your palms. Now, place your hands with interlocked fingers on the head. Yes. You can do like this in the simplified version of the Uttan Mandukasana. Now, if you feel comfortable, then take your hands back behind the head. If you find comfortable in this practice, now move your head, move your hands on the opposite shoulders. Slightly take your hands on the opposite shoulders, elbows parallel to each other. Don't push your thoracic region forward, relax your thoracic region, stretch your back. Yes. Slowly come back to the starting position. Join your knees with the help of hands, and please do this practice of the final version on the other side. Yes. Means I request to my colleague, show the final version from the other side, from the back side. Now spread the knees. Yes. Try to sit between your heels, try to place the buttocks on the ground. You can see. Inhale, raise your arms from the front, stretch up first stretch up your body and then bend your elbows with exhalation, place them on the opposite shoulders or shoulder blades. Do not tighten your neck muscles, do not push your neck forward. Usually people do this mistake. They take their head forward, neck center, align the body, close the eyes and observe your breathing, observe your body, maintain the posture. Inhale, slowly come up, raise your arms up, bring your arms down, close your legs, close your knees and thighs and relax. Now, we will move towards the Vakrasana. People with low back pain, wrist pain and shoulder pain and stiffness of the body shall practice with care. For Vakrasana, come to the Dandasana. First, we will do the simplified version. Place your palms beside the hip region, come to the Dandasana. Now, bend your right leg from the right knee, place the right foot beside the left knee. Hold the right knee with the help of left hand like this and take your right hand little bit backward, fingers pointing opposite side of the body. Stretch up your body with inhalation, with exhalation twist your back, twist your head, twist your body as much as possible. Toes of the other foot should be loose and center. You can do the pointing forward, but we recommend make it center and relax. This is the simplified version of the Vakrasana. Vakrasana is also the simplified version of the Ardha Matsyendrasana. Now, slowly come to the center and repeat this practice on the other side. Hope you are doing with us, because this is the one side platform and we assume you are doing the practice with us, or not now. If you are not doing it, later on you do the practice with watching the video. Yes, you can do the final version of this simplified practice on opposite side. Yes. Now, come back to the center and get ready for final practice of Vakrasana. Bend your right leg and place the foot beside the left knee. Now, hold the arch of the right foot. Yes. Take your right hand back, inhale, stretch your back up, exhale, twist your body and head maximum. Adjust your hand, stretch up, align your body, make sure you are not leaning, you are not giving the pressure on the back side of the hand, you are not leaning one side, you are align your body, continuously you are focusing to get alignment, twisting, inhalation, exhalation, do not tighten, comfort zone, Sthir Sukham Asana. Maharishi Patanjali taught us in the Patanjali Yoga Sutra. Slowly come back. Now, get ready on the other side. Repeat this practice on the other side. This asana makes the spine flexible and helps to overcome in diabetes. Come to the final practice, final pose. Yes, very good. Maintain the posture, align the body. Don't leaning on the one side, make it center. How you have to adjust? Don't give jerk in the final pose, just fine tuning to align your body. Now, come to the center with inhalation, yes, exhale, yes, and relax in Vishramasana. Take a deep long inhale and exhale. Feel the impact of the sitting postures. We have finished loosening practices, standing series asanas and sitting series postures. Now, we will move towards the prone series posture. We have 3 practices in CYP program in prone series practice, that Makarasana, Bhujangasana and Shalabhasana, but we will do with one simplified version. So, lie down on your stomach region, on your abdominal region. Yes, stretch up your arms first of all, stretch your arms forward, join your legs, stretch your whole body. Yes. Now, spread your legs, toes pointing outward, bend your elbows and place the palm, one palm on the other palm, turn your head and place the cheek on the palms. Rest here in the Makarasana. This is Makarasana. But if you are not able to do this, if you are not finding the comfort zone in this kind of Makarasana, so what you can do, just take your hands, remove your hands from the cheeks, yes, and place them like this. Open your hands, spread your hands little bit forward, yes, you can do like this. If you are not comfortable placing the palms below the cheeks, so take your hands little bit upward, open your hands, relaxing the elbows, relaxing the shoulders, yes, you can do this variation of the Makarasana. Surrender your body weight towards the floor with inhalation, exhalation, relax yourself. Now get ready for the next practice. From Makarasana, ready for the Bhujangasana, join your legs, bring the legs together, inhale, stretch your arms forward and rest the chin on the ground. Excuse me. Exhale. Now bend your elbows, place the elbows on the ground, palms in the straight line. First we will do the simplified version of the Bhujangasana, that is Saral Bhujangasana. Inhale, raise your chin, shoulders and upper side of the body. You can adjust your hands so that the elbows come under the shoulder. From the elbows to the little finger will be the straight line. You can do the simplified version of the Bhujangasana like this. This asana helps to relieve low back pain and in cervical spondylitis problem. So, slowly come back. Once again stretch your arms. Why we are stretching arms again and again on the prone series? To stretch up your body. If you are getting pain and tightness, compression in the back while doing the backward bending, after that you can stretch up and relax, then get ready for the next posture. Now, exhale, place the palm just beneath the shoulders with elbows close to the body. From the wrist to the elbows, it should be in a straight line, elbows close to the body. Inhale, slowly lift up the upper body up to the navel. Do not go too much up, do not spread the elbows. Without exerting the pressure on the arms, be there, maintain the pressure, maintain the posture with normal breathing. You can close your eyes or gaze at eyebrow center. This asana reduces extra fat of abdominal muscles, abdominal region and relieves from the constipation. This is Bhujangasana. Now slowly come back and relax in Makarasana, in that variation which you feel more comfortable. Yes. Now, after the Bhujangasana practice, feel the impact on your spine. Inhale deeply. Exhale slowly. Yes. Feel the enjoyment inside. Silence. Now, get ready for the next practice, Shalabhasana. First of all, we will do the Ardha Shalabhasana. Join your legs. Place your hands beside the thighs, palms facing upward, or you can do downward, whichever is comfortable for you. Now, inhale, raise your right leg without bending the right knee and without raising the chin. This is Ardha Shalabhasana or Ekpada Shalabhasana. Raise your right leg more up. I hope you are doing with us. If you are doing with us, you are listening my voice, listening the instruction, don't tighten your toes. Yes. Slowly bring your right leg back. You have seen how ma'am is doing adjustment. She is not giving the jerk, she is just doing the fine tuning. Now do it with other side. Inhale, raise the left leg up without bending the knee. Don't tighten your toes. Lift up as much as your body allows. With normal breathing, maintain the posture. This is Ardha Shalabhasana. Now slowly come back and get ready for the final practice. Shalabhasana, if you have the low back pain, slip disc or bulging disc, please do the Ardha Shalabhasana or according to your strength of the back. Inhale, raise the legs off the floor as much as you can, keep the legs straight without raising your chin up. Come to the final practice of the Shalabhasana. Very good. Maintain the posture with normal breathing. This asana relieves from sciatica and backache. Slowly come back to the starting position and relax. In the initial position, it means Makarasana. Now relax yourself for few more seconds, around half minute. Relax yourself. Surrender your body weight. Adjust your hands, adjust your shoulders, adjust your trunk region, legs, knees, toes. Adjust your body and surrender your body weight towards the floor. Like one baby is surrendering himself or itself in the lap of the mother. Similarly, just surrender yourself in the lap of the Mother Earth. Yes, relax yourself. Now, we will move on to the spine's posture. It means we are going to do the spine series posture. Lay down on your back, slowly come back, turn your side, adjust yourself. Now, in the supine series, in CYP program, we have the 5 postures: Setubandhasana, Uttanpadasana, Ardhalasana, Pavanmuktasana or Shavasana. So, we will do all these postures with simplified version. So, for Setubandhasana, take the pillow. Yes. You can use the cushion. Now, bend your knees for Setubandhasana. Bring your heels towards the buttocks. Yes. Place your hands beside your heels or beside your thighs, or just take the cushion. Inhale, raise your hips little bit upward and place the cushion under the lower back or under the buttocks. You can do this practice like this. If you are not able to perform the final version of the Setubandhasana, you can relax, you can do the practice like this. Relax yourself. Setubandhasana. This asana found in the beneficial in depression, strengthen the lower back muscles. Now, slowly come for the final posture. Take out the pillow or cushion. Yes. Adjust yourself. Once again, from the beginning, bend your knees, bring your heels towards the buttocks, hold your ankles But here if you are finding the difficulty to holding the ankles, you can keep the hand straight on the side of the palms facing down. With inhalation, raise your buttocks and trunk to form a bridge. Yes, rotate your shoulders. Yes, stretch up, push it up. Make sure your knees pointing forward, not sideways, and you are forming a bridge in the final posture with normal breathing. Don't hold the breath. You can close your eyes and gaze at one point. Exhale and come down, relax on your back. Come to the starting position and relax yourself. This asana also stretch the abdominal organs, improve the digestion and helps to relieve constipation. Now get ready for the next practice, that is Uttana Padasana. Bring your legs together, adjust yourself, place the palms beside your thighs. Yes. We will do the first simplified version. You can do the Uttana Padasana with one raised leg. It means Ek Pad Uttana Padasana. Inhale, raise the right leg up without bending the knee. Toes pointing forward little bit. Yes. Maintain the posture with normal breathing. Slowly come back and repeat this practice on the other side. Yes. How you can calculate how much we have to retain in the posture, how much time we have to retain. Slowly come back. I was talking about how much time you have to retain the final posture. You can maintain the final posture if you are practicing at your own with normal breathing, 3 to 5 breaths you can observe. Then later on you can stay there in the final posture 5 to 7 breaths, and similarly you can retain the posture prolonged period. Now get ready for the final posture. Place your palms properly. Avoid this practice in case of low back pain and abdominal hernia. Inhale, slowly raise both the legs without bending the knees until to see your toes, or you can say around 30 to 45-degree angle. Yes, maintain the posture with normal breathing. 3 to 5 breaths, observe it. You feel the vibration. Now exhale, bring the both legs down without bending the knees. Don't tighten your neck muscles while bringing the legs down. Usually people do this mistake. They tighten the neck muscles. They are struggling to bringing the legs down because their core muscles are not strengthened as that much. Now get ready for the Ardha Halasana. Similarly, I told you the caution of the practice. Avoid this practice in case of low back pain and abdominal hernia. Avoid the practice of Ardha Halasana too. You can do in the case of low back pain with one leg according to your capacity or under the supervision of yoga therapist. Now we will do with the one leg. First of all, Ek Pad Ardha Halasana. Inhale, raise the right leg up to the 90-degree angle. With normal breathing, maintain. Exhale, bring the right leg down. Now with left leg, if you find little bit difficulty here in this posture, so you can bend the left knee or right knee. If you are doing with the left leg, you can bend the other leg. You can do like this, but do with alignment. Now slowly come back, come to the starting position, bring the left leg back and relax. Ardha Halasana found the beneficial in the management of hypertension. So get ready to get this benefit. Join your legs, bring your legs together once again. If you have opened it, place the palms beside the thighs properly. Without bending the knees, inhale, raise the legs up and perpendicular to the ground, up to the 90-degree angle. From the heels to the hip region, from the hip region to the shoulder, come, bring it in a straight line. Maintain the posture. If you find difficulty with both legs, you can bend slightly your knees, but try to make yourself to do this posture. You can do with one leg, then when you find you are able to perform, then do with both legs and maintain. Now, slowly come back with exhalation, bring the legs down without lifting the head, without giving too much pressure on the head region. Relax with the arms and legs comfortably apart. This asana is found beneficial. Once again, I am going to tell the benefit of the management of hypertension. Yes, this is very beneficial for varicose vein also. Now, get ready for the next posture, Pavan Muktasana. We will do first Ekpad Pavan Mukta. Bring your legs together. Place the palms beside the thighs, palms facing downward. Bend the right leg with exhalation. Bring your right knee closer to your thoracic region. Now, interlock your fingers and clasp the shin of the right foot, right leg. Bring it closer to the body. Yes. Maintain the posture. If you feel comfortable, maintain this, or you can raise the head. Try to touch the nose or chin to the right knee. If you find difficulty to raising the head, if you have the neck pain, cervical spondylitis problem, so do not raise the head. Bring the head down. Yes. Now, come back to the starting position. Unlock the interlock fingers, extend the right leg. Yes. Now, repeat this practice on the left side, Supt Pavan Mukta Asana or Ekpad Pavan Mukta Asana. Yes. If you find difficulty also here, so you can bend the right leg. Just bend the right leg. Yes, you can do the posture like this. You are holding one leg and you are bending the other leg. You can do this practice. Now, come to the starting position. Extend the both legs, unlock the interlock fingers and relax yourself. Get ready for the final practice of the Pavan Mukta Asana. Exhale, bend both the knees, bring them towards the chest. Inhale, interlock the fingers and clasp the legs together just below the knees, shin region. Toes pointing outward, not tighten it. Relax your shoulders. Maintain the posture here for few seconds. If you have a neck pain, do not lift the neck. You can maintain till then. And if you are not finding any difficulty in the neck region to raising up, with exhalation, raise the head till the chin, close to the knees or touch it. Now, relax. Feel the comfort zone. Find your comfort zone in this practice and maintain the posture with normal breathing. If you want to do any adjustment in the posture, do not give jerk to your body, just do with fine tuning. Focus points, relax the shoulders, relax the elbows, do not tighten the neck muscles. Now, with inhalation, bring the head back to the rest on the floor. Exhale, bring both the hands and the legs back to the floor. Relax. This asana improves metabolism and helps to improve the digestion. Pavan Mukta Asana. Now, the last posture of the CYP program. We are going to do the Shavasana. So, spread the legs sideways, hands by the side of the body, palms facing upward, with arms and legs comfortably apart. Feel the contact of the body with the ground. Maybe you are thinking, what will be the simplified version of the Shavasana? you can adjust your hands position. If you are not finding comfortable here, you can placing on your stomach region, or taking your hands upward and slightly bend your elbows. Yes, you can do like this. So, according to your body, according to your comfortable level, you can do the Shavasana. Main thing, you have to relax your body. Now come to the final practice of the Shavasana. Relax yourself, relax your shoulders. Don't spread legs. Make sure you are not spreading your legs too much wide apart. Usually people do this mistake. They spread their legs. They do like relaxing like this. No, this is not relaxation pose. Relax. Spread your legs around 12 to 18 inches apart or a little bit more. Hands by the side, relaxing. Palms facing upward, 6 to 8 inches apart. Don't come in the starfish pose like this. Relax yourself with inhalation and exhalation. Surrender your body weight towards the floor. Inhale deeply. Exhale while exhalation. Surrender your body weight towards the floor. Try to do this movement. Inhale deeply, fill the stomach and thoracic region. With exhalation, surrender your body weight towards the floor. Don't think too much here. Give task to your mind of inhalation and exhalation and surrendering the body. You will enjoy the Shavasana. You will relax in the Shavasana. But if you keep roaming in your thoughts, you are thinking of good or bad, you will stuck in that and you are not going to relax yourself. You are getting tight in your body after come up the Shavasana. No, this is not the way to do the Shavasana. Relax yourself, relax each and every joint of your body. Focus on the inhalation and exhalation. This asana helps to relieve all kind of stress, tension and anxiety. Make sure you are not going to sleep. Be aware of your body, of breathing. Observe the movement of abdominal region with synchronization of breath. Now, we are going towards the remaining practices. Inhale deeply to come back. Once again, exhale. Now slowly move your toes and fingers. Slowly join your legs. Turn towards the right side or the left side. Make the pillow of the right hand or the left hand. Yes. Take few breaths here. With support of the hand, sit at your place. Sit down comfortably by taking support of the hands. Now, adjust yourself and get ready to the next practice, Kapalabhati Kriya. Sit in any meditative posture. You can do the Kapalabhati Kriya, which is the Shatkarama, Shatkriya. You can do this in Sukhasana, Ardha Padmasana, Padmasana or Vajrasana or on the chair. Stretch up your back. Yes, adopt Gyan Mudra of both hands. Kapalabhati Kriya is the active exhalation and passive inhalation. We have taught you in the last previous days small things about the Kapalabhati. Now we are going to start. We will do 2 rounds here. We are going to start the first round. Get ready. Inhale deeply and expel the breath with a contraction of the abdominal muscles. Let's begin. Exhale deeply and relax. Inhale and exhale. Now, get ready for the second round and the last round. Once again, check your back and let's begin the second and the last round of the Kapalabhati of 30 strokes. Why I am doing in the standing series? To showing the pressure, how much you have to show, how much you have to create the pressure. Don't create too much pressure, don't create less pressure. Exhale deeply, how you have to synchronize. That's why I was doing in the standing series. So, don't do in the standing series of Kapalbhati, do the Kapalbhati practice in the standing posture, do in the sitting or meditative posture. Kapalbhati removes cough disorder, improve the functioning of respiratory center. Now, after feeling the relaxation, after detoxification, after to making the breathe deeply, we will do the Anulom Vilom Pranayam. Keep the left palm on the left knee in Jnana Mudra, right hand in Nasagra Mudra, adopt the right hand in Nasagra Mudra. Make fist and open the last two fingers. Bring this mudra close to your nose. Exhale completely, first of all. Yes. Now close the right nostril with a gentle touch. Inhale slowly from bottom to top. Inhale deeply, slowly. Make it slow, deep and rhythmic breathing. After complete inhalation, close both nostrils. Then open the right nostril. Exhale, slow, deep and rhythmic exhalation. Now, Purak from right, close your both nostrils, don't hold the breath, open your left nostril, Rechak from left nostril. When you are doing the slow, deep, rhythmic inhalation, that is Purak. When you are doing slow, deep and rhythmic exhalation, that is Rechak, without sound. Continue this 2 more rounds. Inhale and exhale. Anulom Vilom Pranayam helps to improve concentration. You can see how calmly my colleague is doing it. She is not tight on the shoulders. If you are watching the video, so you can see. If you are doing with us, so listening the instruction, follow the instruction. Don't tighten the shoulders. Don't raising the elbow of the right hand. Do it softly. After complete this round, always finish the round on the left nostril. After complete this round, bring the right hand back and adopt Gyan Mudra of right hand. Feel the impact of Anulom Vilom Pranayama. You are doing Anulom Vilom. You have done it. You can see the changes, but these changes have come because you have done stretch loosening practices, asanas, Kapalbhati Kriya. Then you have prepared for Anulom Vilom Pranayama. This much practice you have to done, step by step. Then you are going to do the next practice, Shitli Pranayama. We will do the 3 rounds of Shitli Pranayama. For Shitli Pranayama, check your back, place the hands in Gyan Mudra, roll the tongue from the tongue, take out your tongue first of all. Now roll the tongues from the sides to shape as a tubular form. Inhale deeply through the tubular shaped tongue, maximum. And then take your tongue inside, exhale slowly, controlled manner through the nose, in controlled manner. Repeat this practice 2 more rounds. Take out your tongue, roll it from the side, form the tubular shape, inhale from it. After rhythmic inhalation, after Purak, take the tongue inside, Rechak from both nostrils, exhalation from both nostrils. Now, last round. Take out your tongue, roll it and inhale it. Exhale. Feel the impact. We have just done only 3 rounds. We can see even the impact of these 3 rounds. Now, we will do the Bhramari Pranayama. Bhramari Pranayama, it's really helps to remove stress. It's really a very good pranayama, but do in a proper manner. How you have to do? You have to inhale deeply, and in the practice during exhalation, slowly making a deep steady humming sound like a bee. Use the top of the nose to making the sound. Don't make too much force, unrhythmic humming sound. Do it smoothly. So, get ready. We will do 3 rounds of Bhramari Pranayama. You can do the Bhramari Pranayama placing the hands on the knees or in Shanmukhi Mudra, whichever is comfortable for you. In CYP program, we do usually 3 rounds or 2 rounds with placing the hands on the knees and then 2 rounds with Shanmukhi Mudra. But here we will do placing the hands on the knees, 3 rounds. Inhale deeply. After complete inhalation, start humming sound. Your vibration would go till here. Inhale. Feel the vibration. Last time, inhale. Feel the vibration and go deeper, 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 and you will move towards the practice of Dhyan. If you want to adjust your body, then do it slightly. You can. You want to change the posture, you can. But if you are feeling comfortable, sit in the same posture. You can adopt the Jnana Mudra, keep the Jnana Mudra or Dhyana Mudra, you can adopt it. Make your back align and go deeper. First, watch the body, then watch your breath, each and every breath with Sakshi Bhava. Watch each and every inhalation and exhalation. Feel the lightness and calmness in your head and your body. Meditation is the most important component of your practice. It keeps the mind calm and quiet. Meditation brings clarity in thoughts. If you find the answers, don't search it outside, go inside. If you find yourself, don't search outside, go inside. If you find the calmness, if you want the calmness, so don't search outside, go inside. And it removes I want to be happy statement, I and want. Then you will be calm and relaxed. Meditate. Connect with yourself. Padak Tattva has come. Be there and observe the impact. Calmness is not outside, calmness is inside. Now, slowly bring your awareness to the normal breathing and then on your body, and adopt the resolution, adopt the sankalpa in your mind. But sankalpa, you have to adopt it. I commit myself to always be in a balanced state of mind. I commit to do my duty to self, family, at work, to society and to the world for the promotion of health, harmony and peace at large. I commit to follow the human values and work with devotion for development of the nation. Now, join your palms for Shanti Path. Close your eyes. Inhale. Start Shanti Path with Omkar. Sarve bhavantu sukhina, sarve santu niramaya, sarve bhadrani pashyantu, ma kaschit dukh bhag bhavet, ma kaschit dukh bhag bhavet. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Place the palms on respective eyes and open your eyes with a beautiful smile. Here we have finished the CYP Yoga Sadhana program. Hope you have enjoyed this CYP volunteer program. We have done the 3 phases: Stage 1 Yoga Appreciation Program, Stage 2 Yoga CYP Introduction Program, and the third CYP Yoga Sadhana program. Now, Stage 4, for next 2 days, you are going to self-practice at your own and self-assessment how much you have learned without instruction. If you find difficulty, you can switch on the previous video, but I must say, do the practice at your own without listening the video, without watching the video, without listening the instruction. Do the practice. How much you have remembered. You can do the simplified version, you can do the final version. So, do next 2 days self-practice and assessment of yourself. If you have any query, you can connect with us by the social media like Facebook or YouTube or Instagram. You can mail us at MDNY. So, stay healthy, stay happy, do the practice of yoga and connect with us. Thank you. Connect with yoga. Jai Hind, Jai Bharat, and I thanks to all of my team which they have worked whole month to giving the services to all of you. Thank you. Jai Hind, Jai Bharat.